Please don't spoil the movie by adding your own soundtrack.
Hello, my name is Frank Cross.
Who's that?
Scrooge. From the movie
Ebenezer Scrooge?
From the movie Scrooge.
Which one?
The only one I recognize. Well, not the only one I recognize. Bill Murray.
The one with Bill Murray? My name is Carrie Bradshaw. That's the best I could do.
Terrible. And welcome back to Please Don't Spoil the Movie. And welcome back to a podcast brought to you by sisters who love each other. Right now, she's getting on my nerves.
Likewise, you're getting on my nerves. How about that?
We're on the same page.
Yeah, I'm glad we're on the same page.
Happy worst time of the year, and that's holiday season, everyone. It's the worst time of the goddamn year.
This is not the worst time of the year. This is the best time of the year. Everybody loves holiday seasons.
It's worse. I think the holiday seasons were created by the government. So
I don't know why you don't like Christmas. That's why you said Ebenezer Scrooge, because bah humbug to you. Bah humbug.
That's right. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's just stressful. It'd be fun if.
No, it's not.
It'd be fun if you had a week off or something, or a couple days off, and it's like, and you could do whatever.
I do, in fact, have that. So you should strive to have that too.
No, well, I don't have that because I have to go back and forth between family and this and that.
Well,
and it's so depressing outside. Ugh.
I know the weather is
frightful.
Yeah, that I hate. God, it's like we're in freaking 18th century London.
Yeah.
Why is it so goddamn cold over here?
Why is it dark? Why is it cold?
It's gloomy.
It's 5 o'clock and it feels like it's 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Because my day is away from me.
I'm not crazy about. But other than that, I love the holiday season. I love Christmas. I love presents.
I'm in a more.
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
Been about. I want to go and turn it to glue.
But yeah, you should really just get in line with the holidays.
I'm a little more excited.
They're just so magical.
Magical's not the word. I'm a little more excited this year since my job is not. There's no deadlines revolving Christmas time, which is nice.
Well, there you go. There's no tax deadlines. There you go.
Yeah.
It's getting a little bit better every year.
Sure.
Okay, what's going on? Have you watched anything? Any news updates? You're married? Is your husband still... Y'all aren't getting a divorce or anything, right?
Not yet. It's not on the docket this day.
Okay. No separations we need to be worried about. Excellent.
Me and you saw Wicked together.
Oh, we did see Wicked. Wasn't as good as the first one.
I think you just gotta watch. We should have watched the movie right before, because my emotions weren't there. Because you just have to. You have to continue it, because it's not like a sequel. It's just like I should have watched.
Right, it's not a sequel. We're just picking up where we left off,
and I should have watched it the day of.
Yeah. And watching the second one, I just felt like I was just rolling. It just felt like they were rolling through the storyline. This happens, now this happened, and now this happened, and now it's over. It just was like,
I didn't feel.
It didn't feel. It just felt like I was. I don't know. It just felt like the story was just.
Wasn't a groove.
Tumbling on along. But Jonathan Bailey is hot as hell.
I don't get the appeal. Doesn't do it for me.
Oh my god, he's so stunning. Every year he gets finer and finer and finer and finer. I remember when he was on chewing gum, and I was like, this is a really weird episode, but he is cute. And then he popped out on Bridgerton, and they made him ugly. They gave him them crazy looking sideburns and an ascot turtleneck shirt.
Which is how they dress.
But then when it was time for his season, ooh, they got rid of them sideburns. They made his shirt 17 times see-through so you could see his abs, and it was just perfect. And I was like, there it is. Mm-hmm. And then he just kept on getting finer and finer and finer and finer.
That's so funny.
God, he's so
it's not doing it for me.
Remember I told you I slid into his DMs.
Just hilarious.
Still waiting on a reply one day.
That's so funny. Ooh, one of my favorite characters in the movie Wicked for Good was Jeff Goldblum. Is that his name? He really killed
Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, he really killed it as a wizard. He's just so believable.
Excellent cast.
Like I just give someone. He just gives someone who's like, do. I'm evil, and I know I'm evil, but love me. Look at hear my
right.
Listen to my song.
But I'm adorable.
I'm adorable. He's so good at it.
Yeah.
And fucking really Ariana's boyfriend / ex-boyfriend, I'm not really sure. When he turned to the Tin Man, terrifying. He ate that up.
He did. He did a good job. He did. I think he did a great. He's a good actor. Like I think his role, like the role he played, he did really good with it.
Yeah. And him. Oh, when he turned to that Tin Man, I was like, he's kind of scary.
Yeah.
I'm a little terrified.
This is a wee bit frightening.
Yeah. And I feel like because we didn't watch part 1 sooner or like closer together to watching Wicked for Good, that's why we didn't cry at the closet scene. Because I feel like I would have been rolling if I would have just watched that.
What closet scene?
When Elphaba was about to die and Ariana's in the closet and she's like holding on.
I cried.
I didn't cry for them.
I cried. I can't remember what parts I cried. I know I cried for that part.
Yeah.
And then I think I cried when... Did I cry when she was hugged up with Jonathan Bailey and he was... No, I cried when he became the Scarecrow and she was like, "You're beautiful." He was like, "You don't have to lie." I started crying. I said, "Oh my God."
That's so funny.
Yes, so
funny. I got teared up when Galinda found out Scarecrow guy died, even though I knew he wasn't dead. But just her reaction was just like, and then it pulled on my heartstring when she said, "I'm limited." I said, "Bitch, not right now." She said, "I'm limited." I was like, "Don't give up."
Wait, when did she even say that?
When they're singing For Good, at one point she goes, "I'm limited." She's no longer unlimited.
She says, "I'm limited" or "I'm unlimited."
I'm limited. Because at this point she
realized... Who said that?
Elphaba. Because at this point she realizes she is limited. She's like, "I can't help these people. I gotta go."
You know what? I really like, how long was she fighting this fight? Like 2 months? I was like, bitch, you haven't even been at it a year.
Jade, the smear.
Why are you giving off?
The smear campaign was the only one they had. They put 100. That lady was spinning up propaganda.
She was powerful enough to combat it. She didn't try hard enough. I was just like, why are you already? Why are you already throwing in the towel? I didn't like that.
And I think she just was tired of fighting. She was like, fuck y'all.
She only been fighting for a month and a half.
They hated her, Jade. They wanted her dead. When she died,
of course they did.
They said, in that song, they said, kill her. She didn't even go to court yet. They were trying to kill her, but she didn't kill nobody. They hated her guts. She didn't kill nobody. She didn't hurt nobody. No one died.
She could have easily.
But she was
it would have only taken like another month for her name to get cleared.
I think if she would have gotten the Wizard's approval, or like he would have brought her out, I think she would have been able to make a comeback. But maybe with Galinda by her side. But I don't think she wanted to try anymore. I think that's I think if she would have came out with Galinda or the Wizard, and she'd be like, "Hey guys, she's not that bad." I think she would have, but I don't think she.
Well, that wasn't gonna happen. Yeah. But once Fiyero came to her side, and then the monkeys, she had the monkeys behind her. I was like, "This is all you need."
I just always think she's.
You got the fine guy. Anybody would believe him because he's so fine, and now you have these flying monkeys. They don't hate you anymore, so like, you can fix this.
I think she should just live in the castle. I'll give you that. I don't think she needed to go to Neverland or wherever the hell it was going.
Yeah, and where y'all about to be wandering to? Y'all wandering into nothingness for the rest of your lives? I was like, is this
the way to regular Earth? I was concerned. I was like, where is this going to?
Right, I'm like, y'all, love isn't gonna last you guys forever. Y'all are gonna be sick of walking in nothingness, okay? Y'all are like in permanent purgatory. Ew.
But I do hope that one day, I think the only people who know she was good is the animals. And I think 5 to 10 years they're going to tell her story for the truth. And everyone's going to be like, you know what? She wasn't that bad. She honestly didn't do anything.
I think it'll just be like rumors. Like kind of like talk. Like, oh, I kind of like her like back in the day. Like she wasn't that bad. And it was the Wizard who was really like fucked up on it. And it was all propaganda. And girl, that's word on the street. That's what I be hearing.
But then someone's going to do a journalism, like a full op-ed on it.
An investigation.
Yeah. But see, I always wonder, are the people of Oz stupid?
Yes.
Because I feel like, the animals smart. I've seen smart animals. But just like, are all y'all just like,
I didn't understand what's the problem with like animals talking and working? Like, why are we so anti this?
They just needed a common enemy. They need someone to blame everything on. Very much how like we do in America right now.
Oh, this was very much. I was like, someone needs to force Donald Trump to watch this.
Yeah.
This is about you, sir. You're the wizard. You're the Wizard of Oz here.
I mean, he's gonna get us some ideas and make it worse or something.
You're the dummy who actually can't do anything, and you're forcing people out who are innocent. This is about you.
And you're blaming everything on them.
Fuck.
And the problem isn't them. It's you. It's the billionaires. You're the problem. Exactly. Also, what was going on in Oz that was so bad? Like, was taxes, like, was the real estate prices up? They had to blame the animals for what? What is y'all's problems? What are y'all blaming the animals for?
Because they were different.
But I just don't, they were like, we had to put the blame on animals. But what is the negative in Oz?
Right. I don't know, you need a villain.
What are you guys struggling with?
There must be a villain. What else have you seen?
That's late. You said you watched Frankenstein for the first time. How did you think?
Oh my god, it was so good. Oh my god. I wish I could unsee it so I could watch it again for the first time. When I was watching it, I was like, I am going to be so sad when this movie ends because it is so good.
That's so surprising.
Like, oh my, I loved it so much. And so, like, the first 20 minutes, I was like, I'm going to be devastated when this movie is over because it'll be fucking over. It was so good. It was so good. I loved everything about it. I loved the set design. I loved when he was, like, in the castle making the monster. I love Jacob Elordi, even when he's dressed up as a monster. Oh, my God. I, too, want a monster boyfriend. It was just so good.
I was surprised that you liked it.
Oh, my goodness. I enjoyed the book when I read it in high school, and I think it did a decent job of following the storyline. Even though I don't remember, it was 10 years ago when I read the book in high school, and I haven't read it since. Not an avid reader. But I don't, the whole thing where he, like, goes into the forest, and he's, like, taking care of, like, the old man. I remember him going into, like, the forest, and I kind of remember, like, I remember, like, the wolf storyline. But I am almost certain. I don't remember the old blind man. He might be in there, but I think he is. But I am almost certain he kills a child. Like, that's in the story.
Let's look it up.
I'm almost certain he, like, kills a little girl.
In the book. Is it book or
and he didn't do it on purpose. It was, like, a mistake. But I'm almost certain he kills a child.
That would make sense. It says he does.
I knew it! I was like, why is that not in here?
The monster strangles Victor's younger brother out of revenge. For Victor? No, that's not it. Hold on. Say put it in the book.
It was like a little girl or something. I do remember the child dying by strangulation. So maybe I'm getting him confused with the brother.
But this one's saying, because in the movie, what happened to his brother? His brother shot?
The monster...
Frankenstein monster.
The monster, like, pushes him, the brother.
Yeah.
And he hits, like, his head on the dresser and dies. I'm almost... Where did I get this from, then? It says he kills his younger brother.
Yeah.
Maybe I thought, when I was reading it, maybe I just thought, like, the younger brother was, like...
some random kid.
Little. Like a little child.
Yeah.
Like, no, but I think I might have thought his, like, brother was a child.
Maybe.
Or he is a child in the book.
Yeah.
Because that girl's not in the book. That's, like, not a story.
Oh, really? Yeah, maybe he was a child. Because I'm sure, yeah. Because
I distinctly remember him strangling a child. Yeah. I was like, oh, this nigga losing it. Oh, like, he's off his rocker now. Now he's really fully fledged crazy.
Maybe they had a much bigger gap in age than the movie.
Yeah, that must have been it. I think that's what it was. He was younger in the book. He wasn't a grown-ass man. So maybe the movie doesn't follow the book as well as I remembered, but it was good. And I loved it.
What you doing there?
My mic fell off of the handlebar thing.
Did you get a new mic stand? I noticed that.
Your father broke the original one, and then so he had to purchase a new one.
How did he break it?
Purchased. I don't know. He's touching shit. But it was fantastic. I loved it. It made me, I was like, oh my God, what else can I watch that will resemble this exact movie and make me feel the exact same that this movie made me feel? was so good.
Mm.
You didn't like it.
I did like it.
You thought it was slow.
I did think it was slow.
It told a story. It told a fantastic story.
I thought you wouldn't have liked it. I thought it was pretty though.
Yeah, I thought it was great. I was like, oh my god.
I think my favorite story though was I don't think I was as into Frankenstein's story, but Frankenstein's monster story I really enjoyed, especially when he got to the old man. That was really sweet.
Oh yeah,
I love that part. And when the people came back, I was like, he's already having a bad day, guys. Why you guys gotta like?
I know when the wolves got to the old man. I
was like, not the wolves. I was like, was wolves doing shit like that back then? They was gonna really eat you.
Right, I was like, well, wolves cutting up like that.
But they cutting up like that? Is the sheep not enough?
I guess they do. Right.
They're like, what? Y'all not like? Why are you trying to come indoors? Jesus. That's why I'm giving this kitty y'all asses.
Okay, what else have you seen? You know what I wanted to talk about, and I keep on forgetting to talk about it.
What's that?
Have you watched? I don't even know what it's called. Kim Kardashian's the new show.
Oh,
awful show, by the way. Terrible.
Your Honor? No. What's it called?
Without a Reasonable Doubt. I don't know.
You know what? I watched the first episode. I will say, it's not as bad as people make it out to be. It's bad. Not give you that. But it's not. I'm like, there's people who like these vibes of shows.
But there's no like, it's so boring. Like literally nothing happens.
Nothing. All's fair. I didn't feel like putting much more energy into it, but I did watch the first episode and I was like, oh, I wish I was that bored to finish this because I am curious to see how Tiana Taylor's character.
Me and Mom hate watch it. She's in like 5 minutes. Me and Mom hate watch it. Well, Mom genuinely watches it. I watch it to hate watch it.
Yeah.
And it's just so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, her acting is bad. It's not, like, horrible, but, like, it is just flat. Like, she's giving us nothing. And then, like, the storyline is also nothing. Like, literally, they're just lawyers, and they take on cases, and that is it. Yeah, and I'm just like, where is the plot to this?
I think it's supposed to be, like, it kind of reminds me of the same, vibe of like like Supernatural. Like each episode is a new case, but their problem is all's fair is that it's too serious. So I don't know.
Each episode is like a new case, and then they have like
the cases aren't interesting.
Issues. The cases are not interesting.
And
it's just like the cases are interesting, and then we go to the next episode and it's a new case, and that's also not interesting. So I'm just watching these boring cases. And then their individual lives are also boring. It's like one of them is deciding if she wants to get married or not. Whoop-de-fucking woo! Like, where's the murder? Where's the sex? Where's the scandal?
Where's the scandal?
Like, where is that?
Kim's husband.
She is, but that still wasn't even interesting either. I was like, this isn't... I was like... Duh! Of course I would have guessed that the secretary is sleeping with her boss's husband. That's obvious. I'm very disappointed in Ryan Murphy. This is one of his worst work. And it's just like, I would have expected so much better from him.
No.
Thank God for Sarah Paulson. She's barely holding it down.
I think once I'm more disappointed in the actors that signed up for this show. Had it been like more like random people, I'd be like, okay, whatever, fine. But the caliber of actor that signed up to it, I'm like, especially Sarah. Like, girl, what are you doing?
Paulson. Well, she's Ryan Murphy's.
Well, but he knows it's bad.
Muse.
I know. So I know for a fact that he knows it's bad. I know he knows this is bad. He has to. I don't think he's an idiot.
I think he thinks it's just campy.
And maybe maybe 5-10 years, a generation will be like, I love it. But I think it's bad. But I think there is a person, the people who watch like BET original shows, they eat the shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people who like this caliber, like this caliber of show. And I think they're gonna eat it up. It's not for me. I not invested. Well, I
keep on watching it, thinking it's gonna go. I'm like, oh, when is it gonna get good? I'm like, please.
Think of it as a Riverdale. Rarely do those shows do. The only show that I ever watched, and I was like, this fucking sucks. And the last episode got me was Riverdale. And then I bent to its will, and I said, you know what? This is a terrible show, and you must hate watch it. And ever since then, I've loved it, and I need to finish it because it was so bad. It was so good. But they were good actors, I will say.
I mean, Riverdale looks like my jive. I would watch it.
Jade is so stupid.
Based in teenager drama, and there's supernatural afoot.
That is so stupid. And I think they try to make Pixie Sticks. What was the name? They had a drug going around, and they'll say something. They'd be so serious.
Like fairy dust or something.
It wasn't like, I don't know. I know it was in like a pixie stick, something, but we call it something. But they'll have a serious conversation, and then the drug would be sugar bugs. The sugar bug is out there. We must stop it. I'm like, y'all can't be serious right now. The show is so good.
Beware of the sugar bugs.
Yeah,
get you.
It was good. That first season when I was trying to figure out who killed that girl twin. Ate that shit up. I didn't even go finish it. I know they go back in time at one point to the 1950s. And I think that was weird. And I think they also get superpowers. So like I'm just not ready. Like it's already a stupid show. So I'm just not ready for that kind of jump of just stupidity. But I'm determined to finish it. After I do Buffy.
Yeah, you should.
I'm almost done with Buffy. Last season of Buffy. Second to last season of Angel. And I'm taking a break from Supernatural because they pissed me off. But I'm back on it after.
Finish them all through. Yeah,
I think you should watch Buffy. I think you'll really like it.
Maybe.
It's really good.
I'm thinking about watching Charmed again.
I think that will be something I watch maybe after this.
But it's just like I already know. Like every episode, they just fight a mythical creature, and then at the end, they go into hiding.
See, I like those kind of episodes. I like those kind of shows where it's just like there's a plot in the background, and we follow that slightly, but each episode is like we're following this thing, we're fighting this thing. I like those. Yeah. Like my only issue with
it's very 1990s.
Yeah, my only issue in this part's in Buffy and Angel where they get to like the thing that they keep like I'm just like, can we just keep this light? Can we just solve a mystery or something each episode? Like I don't want to get into like I love you and you love me. My mom died and Tara's dead and it's just too much. I don't want all that.
Too much. Well, is that what you have?
Maybe. Let's think.
Speaking of...
I want to see Zootopia this weekend. That's the last thing I'm going to say.
Okay, well, that doesn't work with my segue. Thinking of...
It does.
It doesn't.
She's a bunny.
She's
an animal. In the city that we're in has tons of them. Animals. Rats, that is.
Oh, I didn't know that movie was set in New York. Speaking of movies set in New York...
It's not set in New York. But it's a Zootopia. Zootopia.
Stop talking. You're not setting me up to win here.
It's the New York of Animal World.
Speaking of 1990s and keeping it light, because you said that earlier.
There you go. Good job.
Speaking of that's why I want you to shut the hell up.
No, you shut up. We'll finish it. Okay, thank you. Go ahead. Do your little show.
Speaking of 1990s. Do your show, girl. Speaking of 1990s and keeping things light, think 1992. Think New York Titty. The Big Apple. Think Christmas time. Think holiday cheer and holiday fun.
No.
Think families. Think family dynamics. Think this is a big ass family and there's a lot of kids running around. Think everyone's ganging up on the cute, adorable, innocent, youngest kid of the bunch, and it's not fair and it's not right. Think negligent mothers who should probably have their kids taken away. Think holiday gone wrong. Think airport traffic. Think airport issues and airport mishaps. Think forgetting your kid on your holiday vacation. Think 2 dumb robbers. And that brings us to, drum roll please.
Home
Alone 2. Lost in New York.
1 bag, no, $2. 1 bag, 1 me. No, it's good. NYC. Just got here this morning. $3. 2 bags, 1 me. I feel like watching Annie. Is Annie a Christmas movie?
Good old Orphan Annie. Stunning. Okay. After little youth Kevin McCallister loses track of his father.
Actor.
It said snarky. It said snarky, so I said little youth. I didn't like snarky, so I just changed it.
Okay, sorry.
I didn't write a summary, so I just had to Google one. Okay. I forgot to do that. After little youth Kevin McCallister, played by Macaulay Culkin, loses track of his father at the airport. He mistakenly gets on a plane headed for New York City, while the rest of the McCallisters fly to Miami, Florida. Now alone in the Big Apple, Kevin cons his way into a room at the Plaza Hotel and begins his usual antics. But when Kevin discovers that the Sticky Bandits, Marv and Harry, are on the loose, he struggles to stop them from robbing an elderly man's toy store before Christmas. The film is an American Christmas family comedy sequel directed by the original duo from Home Alone 1, Chris Columbus, and written and produced by the one, the only John Hughes. We love John. He's given us so much. Principal photography took place from December 9th, 1991 to May 1st, 1992, over a course of 144 days. The film, so, a lot of my information that we gathered was all based on the first one, so, I had to work with what we had for the second one, which wasn't much. The film was shot in Winnetka, Illinois, O'Hare International Airport in Chicago, Evanston, Illinois, Chicago, the Rockefeller Center, the Plaza Hotel, and the original World Trade Center in New York City. I don't know about the Trade Center. I don't know if that was accurate, but I was like, I'll go with it. John Hughes finished writing the film by February 1991 after signing a 6-picture deal with 20th Century Fox. And this was part of the deal, obviously. Macaulay Culkin was confirmed to return in May, and the rest of the cast was finalized soon after. Only one member of the get his first name and his fictional last name confused. Only one member of the McCallister clan, Kevin's older sister, Leanie, was played by a different actor.
What?
I didn't know that.
Probably.
Right.
Didn't realize that.
Right. Yeah. Right. Macaulay Culkin was paid $4.5 million for his role, plus 5% of the film's gross to appear in the sequel, compared to the $110,000 for the original. Quite the increase he got there.
Hell yeah. That sure is.
As we know, the film is set in the Plaza Hotel, and at the time, Captain Orange owned the hotel back in those days. And in 2021, whatever. Okay. Following the January 6th Capitol insurrection, a petition circulated to get Trump's cameo removed. Some fans even began to edit him out or replace him with other celebrities.
That's awesome.
Culkin seemed to approve of the edits. When a fan tweeted a version without Trump, Culkin replied, "Bravo."
Because he's not.
And when another...
He's not in the Disney yet, right?
He is in there. So, didn't last long. And when another said Trump should be replaced by Culkin's adult self, the actor said, "Sold." Because I remember them saying that, and I remember him being taken out.
I'll be typing sometimes.
I remember him being taken out. I guess that didn't last long at all.
I just don't remember. I might have been looking down, but I don't remember seeing him when I just rewatched it the other day.
No, he's in that bitch. Because I remember
we watched it on Disney Plus. We watched it.
Fucking slime ball. I watched it on Disney Plus.
Also, I think he's on the World Trade Center when he's at the top of the building. He's looking over New York City. I think that was on him on the trade building.
Oh, okay. Maybe so. The film was distributed by 20th Century Fox and was released November 20th, 2022. Budget.
Released in 2022.
Oh, I'm sorry. Silly me. My mistake, my error. 1992. The film was distributed by 20th Century Fox and was released November 20th, 1992. Why the fuck did I put 2022?
Yeah. I was concerned. I was like, wait, what am I listening to? Budget.
Good year.
50. No, excuse me. Shit, Jesus. Wait,
commit to a number and say it with your chest. Be confident in your answer.
Budget.
Is your husband squirming around back there?
He is.
He's making a lot of noise.
Don't know why you can hear that. 100K. No. 1 million.
100K?
I'm sorry. I'm confused by the fact that he got paid 4.1 million because I want to say 30 million, but he only got
4.5.
So I want to say like 20 million.
For the budget?
Yeah. The too high?
Okay.
30?
$28 million.
I wanted to say 30, but for whatever reason, the fact that he only got paid 4.5 million was throwing me off.
Only? That's like $15 million to live.
I know, just like I'm the star. I am.
That's a lot of money for a child to receive. Jennifer Lawrence only got paid like $1 million for the first Hunger Games, so that's a number that I recall in comparison. So, box office.
100 million.
No.
150.
No.
180.
No.
200? I got too high.
No.
300?
Keep going. What'd you say?
300?
Keep going.
400 million. You'd be like
$359 million.
See, he only got paid one.
Huh? No, that's good enough.
Good enough.
See, you've got to pay the other actors. You've got to pay the producers.
You got more
the
than a bunch. Right.
The people who bring out the crafts table.
Yeah, but there's one.
Everyone's got to get a paycheck here, not just him.
Right, but there's 350 on the prop or whatever the profit is. But anyway, and who get probably one man probably get all that money or in the studio and probably pay people fairly. Percentage wise,
the movie received mixed reviews from critics who praised performances while criticizing its darker tone and violence, as well as its similarities to the first film.
It's a bit violent.
I didn't think so.
I don't know. When they brought the gun into it, I was like, whoa. Was there a gun in the last one?
I did. Well, yeah, I do remember thinking, like, is he, like, really considering killing a child?
No, that's what I feel like this one, he was really gonna kill him. Like, I don't think he was playing around.
I was like, y'all need to... Yeah, I did think they needed to lay off of, like, we're gonna kill him.
Yeah.
It's like, all right.
And I feel like if they would have said in the last one, I'd be like, he's joking. But I think if he would have got his hand on him, they would have actually put him in the lake. I don't think he was joking. I
mean, yeah, they should have laid off with him.
Yeah, and because at first it's like, is he just trying to scare the kid? And he's like, I got a gun. And I was like, well... Then they were trying to take him to the park. I'm like, what you all do with the kid in the park?
Leave him alone.
Yeah, leave him alone. They're like actively trying. They were actively, because in Home Alone they're trying to rob the place and he just happens to be there. But in this one they're actively trying to get him alone to hurt him. We really think about it, because it's like,
well, he was still fucking up their shit,
right? But I mean, when they first found him,
oh yeah, they
were like, I got a gun. He's gonna take it to the park and shoot him.
Kill him real quick. Yeah,
it's a little darker.
Cast.
I think it's stuck with the
Macaulay Culkin as 10-year-old Kevin McCallister, Joe Pesci as Harry, a thief, and one of the Sticky Bandits duo,
formerly known as
Stern,
the Water Bandits.
Yes, the Water Bandits. Daniel Stern as Marv, a thief, and the other half of the Sticky Bandits. John Hurd as Peter McCallister, Kevin's father. Catherine O'Hara as Kate McCallister, Kevin's negligent mother. Well, Peter's negligent too. They're both negligent.
Thank you. Just say the whole family.
The whole family.
Because there's like 12 of them to watch this one kid, and no one can do it.
It's not just the mom's fault. Eddie Bracken as Mr. Duncan, the proprietor of Duncan's Toy Chest. Let's see. I don't care about bros. Kieran Culkin as Fuller, Kevin's youngest cousin. Kevin Culkin is Macaulay Culkin's little brother in real life. Let's see. Tim Curry as concierge / Mr. Hector. Rob Schneider as Cedric, the bellhop at the Plaza Hotel. And Brenda Fricker as the pigeon lady.
I think it's crazy. I don't know if I'm sure I didn't realize last time, but Macaulay Culkin's younger brother's doing great. Who knew? Who saw that coming? Oh yeah, he's got an Oscar now. Yeah. For a movie I haven't seen. Yeah. Then he was in Succession, yeah. He's got an Emmy too. Yeah. He's halfway to his EGOT. Right. And his brother stopped and he's just getting started. Right, and he's popping off. Yeah. He's popping off. If you were, I wonder what he was doing in between then. Just prepping, in the he's getting ready in the studio. He's getting ready to take it all over. Like, I'm ready, brother. He's prepping. Getting his mind right. For sure. Okay. The movie begins similar to the last one, how the last one begun. When the McCallister family prepared in the McCallister home, getting ready for Christmas time. Once again, they're not spending Christmas in their beautiful home in the city of Chicago, which is perfect for Christmas. They're going out the country. No, sorry. They're going out of town. But this time, instead of going to Paris, they're going to Florida, which is stupid. That's Kevin is on to something. Also, Kevin's the only one that's like, why the fuck are we going? Why is his family so hell-bent on going out of country for Christmas? Vacation, right. Have y'all never heard of summer vacation? Right. And then Florida? Like, that's the time to do it. Why is it always... Well, because last year... Paris was cute. It was like, okay, we're going to Paris, and then their brother lived in Paris. So right, yes. So it made sense. But, like, this time, we're just going to Florida to get away from the cold? Like, no. Florida sucks. Yeah. Okay, also who's not happy with this idea is Kevin. He verbally announces this to his mother, and he's like, why are we going to Florida? It's not climate for it. Christmas trees. It has palm trees. She's like, what is it with you and Christmas trees, Kevin? Right. They're already irritating each other. They're already irritating each other. Actually, I think she's being noticeably nicer to him in this movie than she is in the previous. Okay. She is being nicer to him. She's like, Kevin, did you pack your stuff? And he's like, why do we have to go to Florida? She's like, because go pack your stuff. Like, she's being nice. Yeah, sometimes. And she's like, get ready for your recital. Maybe. Because maybe at first I was like, his mom probably hates him the most. But maybe she loves him the most. I don't know. She doesn't seem to like him, though. I'll say that much. I think she loves him, but I don't think she likes him that much. I feel like I never get like a super like nurturing, super close. I love him. He's my pride and joy. I don't really get that from him either. Like, I love my mommy. She's the best mommy. I don't get that from either of them. Until the end. I don't know. I think they only like each other when they can't find each other. Like that's the only time. I feel like they have an understanding. I feel like they get each other. They're like brother and sister, almost. I don't know. Right. That's really what their relationship is more like. As if she's his older sister, and he works on her fucking nerves. And he's not holding anything back. He's giving his opinion. One day he wakes up missing, and she realizes how much she loves him. It's brother and sister vibes. That's what it is. Yeah. So while Kevin and his mom are arguing about their Christmas location, Kevin's dad walks in. I don't remember his name. He's fooling around with Peter. He's fooling around with this camcorder. He's trying to get the batteries for it. But for some reason, he unplugs the alarm to get batteries for it. I was confused by that. I didn't understand. But he unplugs the alarm, plugs it back in, but he doesn't realize that he has restarted the alarm clock. It either turns it off, so he has to restart it, or it cleared out their alarm clock. Either or. The alarm clock will not be helping them in the morning. Kevin's also playing with this, like, I don't know what those things are called. A camcorder? Yeah. But it, like, it's not a camcorder. Cassette tape? No. A microphone. It like records people's voices. You mind to record you with this camcorder? No. Cassette tape? No. Tape recorder. That's what it's called. Tape recorder. He's got this old tape recorder he's playing with. Yes. I guess it's his Christmas present. Mm-hmm. So after all of this is aired out,
Kevin goes to take a shower. He goes into the shower. His cheapskate uncle... What was that guy's name?
Don't you worry about it. Uncle Peter, Uncle Dave, Uncle asshole.
Oh,
that guy sucks.
Uncle Frank.
Oh,
the cheapest cheapskate in all the land is in the shower taking a shower. He's like singing the song. He's like, cool. I don't know. He's like really jamming.
I know that guy's gonna hard young.
Yeah. And Kevin uses the camcorder to record him before Uncle Frank scurries him off and tells him to get out. He's going to whoop his ass. So then, that night, however, the whole family, McCallister family's there. Frank's got his kids as well. They're going to leave for Miami the next day. But tonight, they have a school recital that Kevin is in. Kevin's older brother, Buzz, is also in said recital. Weird. Why? I don't know.
No, makes no sense.
Buzz is in high school. Kevin's in the 5th grade. But whatever.
Yeah. The only thing I can think of is maybe this is a church choir. And age doesn't matter. That's the only thing I can think of.
Maybe so. So, family, parents, Peter, Kate, Uncle Frank, Uncle Frank's wife, they're all in the audience, and it's time for Kevin's solo. His solo's coming up. Buzz, his big brother, is standing right beside him, behind him. Just as he's about to, start his little solo, all of the members of the choir are holding these fake candlesticks. They're not real fire, but it's like these fake candlesticks. They're all holding it. So now it's time for Kevin's solo. He has an angelic voice of a 10-year-old sweet innocent boy, and he begins singing. He sounds like a precious angel sent from above. But Buzz, being the dick that he is, he takes the 2 candlesticks that he has, and he puts it against Kevin's ear, and everyone thinks it's so hilarious, and then he starts using them as drumsticks on Kevin's head.
So funny.
While he's singing, and everyone in the audience thinks this is so funny. And Kevin is like, why is everyone laughing at me while I'm having my solo? He turns around, he sees what Buzz is doing, and of course he reacts, and he punches his brother, causing a ripple effect because his brother is a drama king, and he falls to the ground, which causes the person next to him to fall, and then before you know it, the whole choir somehow falls down because Kevin punched the Buzz.
Everyone is unbalanced, apparently.
And then somehow the pianist also fell on her back. She's 20 feet away, but somehow she fell too.
Concert ruined. They stick Kevin, apparently.
Ruined. So, back at the house, now it's time to unpack all of this. Buzz is in front of his family, and he's giving this very BS speech, and he's like, you know what, guys? It's holiday season. It's the holiday spirit. I'm so sorry to you guys for ruining the concert, to my little brother Kevin. And everyone's like, oh my God, Buzz, what an amazing apology. Thank you so much for apologizing. Kevin, says Kate, Kevin's mother, do you have anything you'd like to say?
No.
And right before Kevin can even say anything, Buzz goes up to him and he's like, beat that, you little twerp. And Kevin's like, you know what? Fuck this. You know what? Buzz does not mean what he just said, and I don't regret punching him.
Period.
And I hate being part of this family because y'all believe everything he says. And Kate's like, Kevin, if you have that attitude, you can sleep upstairs tonight in the basement or the attic, whatever. And he's like, that's perfectly fine. I don't want to spend any time with you people. You guys suck. And then Uncle Frank chimes in. And Kevin calls him a cheapskate because he is one. And now he's really banished to the attic. And so Mommy Dearest goes upstairs. She checks on Kevin. And she said, you know what, Kevin? This behavior is exactly similar to the behavior that you had last year. And look how that ended up with. And he's like, okay, yeah, it started with all of y'all shitting on me. And she's like, that's not what's happening here. Buzz apologized to you and to the rest of the family, and if you can't do the same, you will spend the night up here. And he's like, that is fine. I do not fuck with y'all. And she's like, you know what, Kevin? You got your wish last year. If you keep it up, you might get your wish again this year. And he's like, good. I don't want to be with you guys.
And I surely don't want to go down to Florida.
And she's like, okay, fine.
Why can't
have a good night?
Why can't Kevin ever stay in his room? Why must I go to the attic?
Why he must always go to either the basement or the attic. That's his punishment.
You have to go in the attic. What am I, the Hunchback of Notre Dame? Leave me alone.
Right. Ooh, what is this? Flowers in the Attic? Get me out of here.
I don't know that one.
So, the next day, it's time to go to the airport. Like Jordan mentioned, Peter fucked up with the alarm clock, so they wake up late, already off to a bad start. Their flight probably leaves in the next, 50 minutes. They got limited time to rile up a house full of 14 people, get in their vans, check in, go through security, blah, 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 blah. So everybody's ripping and running.
I don't understand why they're always... Okay, I get the alarm went off, but it only takes me 10 minutes to get my shit together when bags are packed. I'm just waking up, brushing my teeth.
When you got 17 people.
I don't know. They're not... Only two of them are small children. Don't brush your teeth. Let's go. The bus is outside. Your bag should be packed. Throw some clothes on and let's walk out the door. I don't understand what they be doing. It's the airport.
It's hard when you got... I understand. It's hard when you got...
Just saying. But everyone needs to be out this fucking door.
That's an impossible feat.
I mean, it was hard when we were 5 and we were children, but that's because we made it work. I don't remember being that just gave me anxiety, but...
Think about how negligent Kevin's family is.
So right.
So of course they can't get it together.
And also I did not like how Uncle Frank was blaming the dad.
He's like, I'm not one to complain about a free trip, but you guys certainly give a terrible wake up call. Shut the fuck up.
But my thing is, there's 18 people in this house. No one has a morning alarm clock. No one is stressed about. We all need one alarm clock to get up, and that's my alarm clock. It's absolutely no.
Right.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. There's just no way that 15 or how many people in this house? It's 15, but there's probably 8 of them all oversleep.
It's just what are you contributing to?
What are you contributing?
Besides the negativity and whining.
Yeah.
So when they get into their individual vans to the airport, Kate, seriously, someone reproduced with him. Kate instantly is where's Kevin? Kevin's I'm here. They're oh, thank God. He grabs his ticket. They're in the van. They make their way to the airport. They get to the airport. They start checking in their luggage. For whatever reason, Kevin is messing around with that camcorder.
Kevin, for whatever reason, really wants to have batteries in his camcorder. He didn't get them last night. And once he gets to the airport, everyone's freaking out. And he's like, Dad, where are these batteries?
He's like, I need batteries. And he's like, Kevin, we're literally going to miss our flight.
He's going through his He's going through his dad's bag looking for the batteries. He finds his dad's cash. And at this point, he's like, you know what? I'm going to hang on to the bag. And his dad's like, okay, you hang on to the bag. Whatever, Kevin, let's go. So they start...
And then they're ripping and running through O'Hare, Chicago O'Hare, whatever it's called. Catherine O'Hare Airport. They're ripping and running through there. Kevin is insisting on putting these batteries in his camcorder. So in the middle of them mid-run, mid-haul ass to their gate, which is all the way at the end. Their gate's the last gate in the airport. In the middle of them hauling ass, he decides to stop so he can put batteries into the damn camcorder. So he does that. He thinks he can still see his father in his eyes view. He don't realize his father is all the way down the hall, and who he thinks is his father is just a strange man that he doesn't know. And so he's trying to keep an eye on his dad while putting in the batteries. And once he's done, he starts following what he thinks is his father, but is really just a man dressed up similar like his actual father. So the McCallisters, they hang right. Kevin is following the wrong guy, and Kevin hangs left. So the McCallisters get to their gate. They're the last ones there. Kate is trying to make sure everyone gets on the plane, but the stewardess is like, ma'am, you've got to get on the plane. We'll make sure everyone gets on. She's like, okay, fine. But Kevin, get on the plane. So then Kevin is following this guy who he thinks is his dad. He gets on to the flight. And the stewardess closes the doors. Close the doors. Anywho, so the stewardess closed the doors. Kevin's like, wait. And he bumps into the lady. His ticket, amongst with all the other passengers, their tickets fall to the floor. And the lady's like, are you on this flight? And he's like, yeah, I had my ticket. It's right in this pile of other tickets. And she's like, okay, are you flying by yourself? She's like, no, my dad. He's like, no, my dad just went on there. And another gentleman comes out, and he's like, who's this? And she's like, he lost his ticket. His dad just went on the plane. The guy's like, okay, get him on the plane. Get the kid to have a seat. make sure he locates his family so we can take off. The stewardess brings Kevin onto the plane. She's like, do you see your dad? He sees the man who he thinks is his dad. And he's like, yeah, he's over there. She's like, okay, find your seat. And then, cool. Good luck. Have fun. That's the end of that. He gets in the seat. He sits next to this random French man. He asks him, hey, have you ever been to Miami before? The French man responds in French. Kevin says, I don't want to talk to you because you speak French and I only speak English. He puts on his headphones.
It's also funny that, last movie they went to Paris.
Oh, I guess. So Kevin puts on his headphones and he is unable to hear the announcement on the intercom that says, welcome to flight 387 nonstop to New York City. Kevin's supposed to be going to Miami. He's on the wrong flight. He's headed to the Big Apple, NYC. Kevin probably takes a nap. And then the McCallisters is like, oh my goodness, something feels off, something feels wrong. And Peter's like, we didn't forget anything this time, like everything's good. She's like, I just had this like weird feeling. He's like, everything is okay. Mother's intuition, I guess. And she's like, okay, fine, you're right.
And then he says a whole bunch of stuff, and he's like, oh yeah, we must have the garage open. I don't know. I think...
That was in the first one.
I don't know. Whatever, he rests her mind because she doesn't realize he's not on that plane. You would think that if you lost your child, same situation last year, you're just like, let me just make sure he's on this plane.
Right. Why wasn't she like, well, let me just make sure Kevin
let me see him.
And he's in his seat.
Let me eyes on this man. Also, another thing is that the parents sit in first class, the kids sit in the back class, which I don't think when you have little kids you should do, but I guess they have older kids with them. I don't know. I just feel like you got to watch everybody get to their seat. Anywho.
Right.
So, Kevin's plane makes it to New York City.
Also,
what?
I just want to point out, if Kevin doesn't have a ticket, maybe it's not like a sold out flight, but if he doesn't have a ticket to this New York City flight, like, he shouldn't have a seat.
Right.
And like I don't know if they did this in 92.
Assigned seating, right.
But they check seats. Like, the flight attendants check to see if the person who's in that seat is in their seat.
Mm-hmm. Assigned seatings and that too.
Right.
So to be like, well, why is this kid in my seat? They'd be like, okay, where you go?
Right.
He's like, I don't know.
Right, because when the flight attendants see that someone's sitting in a seat that's supposed to be empty, they'd be like,
why are you here? Right.
Right, why are you in this seat? Sorry,
back to your seat, right.
One is to sit next to my friend, one in an aisle, sorry. So why didn't that happen? But nonetheless.
You ain't lying. True. And it also... Weird back that time, they really had like paper tickets. Like your ticket was gold, honey. Like you really needed it. It wasn't really looking up in the system. Because like now, if like I don't have my boarding pass, they'd be like, oh, maybe look you up in the system. Are you so and so? They would just be like, I guess you for this flight.
I guess so.
Which is a crazy way. They should have just went through the paper files. I'd have been like, especially the child. Anyway.
Right, they really should have.
So Kevin's flight gets off of the plane in New York City. He walks out and he looks a little concerned. He turns his back and he watches as all...
He's like, Buzz, Mom.
Yes, he's watching as all the passengers exit the plane. And some lady comes out. She's like, yep, I'm the last one off the plane. Everyone's deboarded. And he's like, well, what the fuck? He takes a peek outside. He goes to like a flight attendant that's working behind the desk. And she goes, for whatever reason, which really pissed me off. She goes, yes, sir. Sir, he's a child. Is this New York City? He's like, yes, sir. Okay. And he's like, okay. She's like, is everything fine? Why would you let this kid just walk by himself? If this kid's like, am I in New York City? She's like, yeah, you idiot. He's a child.
And right. Then she had an attitude when he was like, what city is this?
He's like, are you dumb?
Like, why don't you know where you are?
Like,
he's 10.
Do you realize, you know the difference between a 10-year-old and an adult? Is that why you're behind this desk? Because I'm confused.
Do you know this?
Really, she doesn't. And she's not concerned for his safety. But after hearing this, Kevin takes a brief moment and he's ecstatic. He's like, I actually love that I'm in New York. I love this for me. Meanwhile, in Miami, Kevin's family has gotten off the plane. They're at baggage claim. They're collecting the bags. Kevin's mom picks up the bag and he's like, hey, this one's for Kevin. Can you pass it to Kevin? They do like a line of, give this to Kevin. This is for Kevin. This is for Kevin. This is for Kevin. This is Kevin. And then someone goes, one of the, Kevin's youngest brother looks at an old couple. Cousin. I'm saying brother because he's really real life. So his cousin looks at his old couple next to him. He's like, Kevin isn't here. 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 I think the only one who has the most concerned face to my was like, the other wife that's there. She's like, Kevin isn't here.
Oh yeah, she's Frank's wife. She's like,
She's like, I don't feel like dealing with this. And then at first Kevin's mom was like, oh, okay. And then she's like, Kevin! She like realizes that we have our child with us. Which is also crazy. You made it all the way to baggage claim? Mm-hmm. That's a walk. And you didn't realize Kevin wasn't there?
Right. They did make it all the way to baggage.
If Kevin packed lightly and packed a backpack, when were you going to realize that Kevin wasn't there?
Because honestly, like, okay, the excuse prior to landing was like, oh, it was very chaotic. We were trying to hurry up and, like, make our flight. The flight has now been made and you've landed. So, like, as soon as you got off the plane, you should have noticed.
So much.
At the very least.
I just know what.
Like, baggage claim, that is crazy.
This kid needs a buddy. Y'all need to do buddy system with this child. Like, why aren't you? Why aren't y'all paying attention? But yes, Kevin, they're freaking out because they realize Kevin is here. Meanwhile, Kevin's in New York City and he celebrates that he gets to have Christmas his way in New York City. He's ecstatic. He goes sightseeing. He goes
Christmas in New York. There's nothing better.
Exactly.
And there's Christmas trees. He loves Christmas trees.
He runs into like a Santa on stilts, which I do not like. It was giving me horror. I did not like that Santa on stilts. He goes sightseeing on the I forgot what it's called. Nothing.
The World Trade Center.
The World Trade Center. I'm about to call it the Empire State Center. Yeah, the World Trade Center. He's having a great time. And at one point, he realizes, hey, I'm going to stay at the Plaza Hotel because earlier in the movie, he saw a commercial for the greatest hotels to ever stay at, which is the Plaza Hotel, which is right outside Central Park. If you've been to Central Park, you know what you see it. It's very iconic. Never been in it. Want to go. But also on Kevin's way to the Plaza Hotel.
You've been there.
I don't know if I've been inside. Have I?
You've been inside. Didn't we see? Remember when we went to New York? We saw Miss Macri in the Plaza Hotel.
Oh, did we? Ooh, so long ago.
You remember that?
No, I do not.
Mm-hmm.
But while another part I want to mention, while Kevin is walking to the Plaza Hotel, he passes a fish market. He almost gets hit by a car and continues on his journey. Unbeknownst to him, he just crossed paths with two old villains, that being Harry and Marv, who have just broken
two old foes.
Who have just broken out of prison. They're hiding in the back of a fish truck, and they are excited about their new freedom and plan to, do one big score and live their lives out of the country with their new money. But they don't know fuckery's afoot. Kevin continues his way to the Plaza Hotel. He runs into a lady who is immersed by pigeons, and they surround her and they lay on her, they feed her. These are her pets, these are her family, and he's freaked out about it, rightfully so. That's weird, lady. While that's going on, while he's having a great time making his way to Plaza Hotel, Kevin's parents are at the police station and they're trying to alert the police that, hey, we lost our child. And police ask, like, is this something he does often? And they're like, no. I mean, this situation happened once before. We left him in Chicago. I think at first they think that Kevin's got to be somewhere in Chicago's airport because he couldn't have gotten on a flight that he should have been on. So they think he's on Chicago's airport. No big deal. They don't know that he's just got a way to fuck shit up.
He's got a hidden agenda.
So yes, at this point, Kevin makes it to the Plaza Hotel. He knows that he can't just check into a hotel as how old is he? 10-year-old? Whatever age he is. That he has to, finesse his way into this hotel. But Kevin's got to be the highest IQ.
Don't count him out. He's got a plan.
It's just funny that it's funny that he had this plan. But it's like, it just came to him. So his plan, he's like a voice translator or like a voice.
I think the camcorder has like a feature.
Yeah.
To where you can disguise like a voice or disguise a recording.
Yeah.
So before he even goes to the counter and tries to book a room, he records himself on his camcorder saying, "My name is Peter McCallister. I would like to book a room at the Plaza Hotel for this night in this suite. Here's my credit card information." Already knowing what the booking agent would ask him, so he kind of just says it in that order. Calls up the 1-800 toll number that he needs to call to book a hotel at the Plaza. The booking agent is like, "What's your name?" He reruns that recording, but this time the voice, using the effect that the camcorder has, or the feature, the voice is like disguised as like very deep and like monotone, and it sounds like it could be, not really, but it sounds like it could be an old man for the sake of the storyline. And she's like, okay, cool. The booking agent books it. She's like, when you check in, just make sure you have that credit card with you and you should be good. Cool. So now we got a reservation. So Kevin moseys on up to the desk and he's like, hi, I'm checking in. And the lady's like, you're checking in for yourself? And he's like, ma'am, I'm 10 years old. Are you crazy? Like, 10 years old in New York City, why would I be checking for myself?
I love how he gaslights anyone who questions if he's by himself.
He gaslit the shit out of her. And then she's like, I'm confused. And he's like, I'm checking in on behalf of my father. He's a very busy man. He's at a meeting. He couldn't come to check in. So I have his credit card. And I'm just doing what he can't do right now. I need to go to sleep. I need to take a nap. And the lady's like, okay, well, do you have a credit card? She takes the credit card down. It works. Kevin himself is surprised. And the lady's like, okay, well, just please make sure when your father does arrive that he comes here because he has to sign like paperwork. Right. While this exchange is happening, one of like the hotel managers, played by Tim Curry, is... I feel like he's a hotel manager, but we could call him a concierge. The concierge hotel manager, Tim Curry, is watching Kevin and watching him check in, and he's very confused and very perplexed. Meanwhile, one of the bellhop is right next to him, played by Rob Schneider, and he's sitting there counting his tips. And the concierge, Tim Curry, tells Rob Schneider, his name is Cedric, he tells him, watch out for that little boy, because he's up to something. And Rob Schneider is like, okay, sure, fine. And so Rob Schneider goes over to Kevin, gets his bags, takes him up to the hotel room, gets him all situated. Kevin catches him looking in his bag, and Kevin's like, give me my fucking bag. And he gives him a piece of gum as a tip, and Rob Schneider's on his way. And Kevin is now in New York, in the Plaza Hotel, staying unsupervised in the suite by himself as a 10-year-old.
Yes, and he's having a ball. His first activity, he goes down to the pool. He asks politely. He's such a polite kid. He asks politely, is it okay if I practice my...
Is it okay if I practice my cannonballs?
And he does. He leaves his underwear.
Everyone says yes.
White privilege, because little black kid. Like, someone calling security.
They're like, get him out the pool.
someone.
They'd be like, can you even swim?
Right? Can you even swim? Someone have handcuffs? I'm confused. But yes, Kevin does a pool day. He goes back up to his hotel room. He orders room service galore. Crazy amount of room service. He watches. Is it the same movie he watched in the first one, or is it like a sequel?
It is the sequel. It is. Angels with even filthier souls. What he's watching.
This is hilarious. Is it the same actor?
And we see Johnny. He's talking to his one-time gal. And he's like, where you been? She was like, Johnny, I was down at the hotel lobby. And he was like, no, you've been smooching my brother.
You've been kissing my brother.
You're the only bird in my pond. And he's like, get on your knees and tell me you love me.
I thought that was inappropriate.
I love you more than the sun itself. I love you more than a fat kid loves cake. I believe ya, he says. And then he shoots her. He kills her. He kills her.
You got 5 seconds to leave. 1.
You got 3 seconds to get your ugly, yellow, no good keister out of my face. And she's moving so fucking slow.
She's like, sorry, Johnny.
She's moving at like snail speed. By the time 3 happens, she's still on her knees. So he shoots her up and she dies.
She did. Meanwhile,
but this is just a movie.
This is an inappropriate movie for a child to watch. Meanwhile, in Florida, the McCallister family has arrived to the dumpiest of dumps of motels. My question was, did y'all purposely book this, or is this where you're staying to be close to the airport? What happened? Because there's who's in charge of the travel?
How that they booked. They booked that hotel.
How? There's just no way that you accidentally book a
because
hotel.
The cop is like, do y'all have like somewhere to stay while you're here? And they're like, yeah. And then they pull up at that freaking Motel 6. And then it's raining outside.
Pouring rain.
That's what you get for going to Florida.
Did he think he was having you think he was giving a great deal? What was the room rate?
I don't know what they thought they were happening. What they thought they were
That
doing.
really pissed me off. And once again, because similar to the first movie, they're in Paris, they're watching TV, and everything's in French. While they're watching TV in Florida, everything's in Spanish.
Oh, that's hilarious. I didn't even notice that.
That's all this family wants to do. And my thing is, if y'all just want to sit around and watch TV, do it in Chicago. I mean, obviously it was raining outside, but they were in Paris, that's all they did was sit around and watch TV. Just do it in Chicago. Back at the Plaza Hotel, Mr. Hector, who is not with the shits with Kevin, he thinks he's up to something. He sneaks into Kevin's room, which is inappropriate as hell. He's got a key, so he helps himself inside. Kevin is on the alert, so he jumps into action. He goes into the shower, starts to shower. He has an inflatable like clown thing that his mom gave him earlier in the movie to like play while they were in Florida, since they were going to be like by the pool and what not. So I guess he already had it staged. He turns the shower on. He gets that little thing moving, and he plays a recording that his uncle was singing in the shower earlier, and he makes it Uncle Frank. So basically, to Mr. Hector, it sounds like he caught Kevin's father, quote unquote, in the shower, sing the song, and at the end, he hears him say, "Get out of here, you fucking perv," and Mr. Hector thinks that he's being talked to himself, and he runs out. As he should, because why are you sneaking into people's rooms?
I don't understand why he was so on the alert. I mean, I guess it is peculiar, like a young kid like checking in.
I think,
but like, why are you so invested?
It's very Karen of him. Just are they paying you that much, buddy?
It's very Karen.
They actually might have been paying that well back then.
Mm. Kevin gets one over on him, makes him think that he's his father when he's not, and Mr. Hector hits the door.
Yes.
Because he's like, fuck, I've been caught.
Right. The next morning, Kevin makes his way onto his next adventure. And he's trying to sneak out of the hotel, or he thinks Mr. Hector's going to leave him alone. But he goes up to Kevin. He's like, hey, is your father around? I'd like to apologize for yesterday's debacle. And Kevin's like, well, I don't think he wants to see you. He left early this morning, and I don't think he wants to see someone who just saw his bare ass. Or something like that. And Mr. Hector's like, oh, well, you're on to me, buddy. You got me there. And then Kevin had a limo prepared for him to take him to a tour store so he could go shopping. At this point, Mr. Hector is not done with his research, and he decides to run Kevin's car while Kevin's out and about. Mr. Hector, he gets the alert that this card is stolen. He's very happy, and he's just gonna wait until Kevin to come back to, I don't know, punch a kid in the face. I don't know what the joy he gets out of this. I'm not sure.
Right.
Just take down a kid.
To belittle this little boy.
You thought you had a dad, didn't you?
So Kevin gets in his limo, courtesy of the Plaza Hotel. Also in his limo, he has like a free pizza. I read that the Plaza offers this, like you can get like the Home Alone 2 special, and you can get like a private limo and like a pizza.
How much?
If you pay for it. I'm sure hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm sure it's probably like $900. That's not. I lied. I'm sure it's like $5,000. $900.
The Plaza offers a Home Alone Fun in New York package that includes 4-hour limousine tour of movie filming locations, a large cheap pizza during the tour, and a giant ice cream sundae delivered to the room upon return. Guests also receive one of the hotel rooms and packages starting at, you want to guess? The starting price.
Oh.
For all of that. So a 4-hour limo drive and a hotel room.
$3,000.
Not bad. It's from starting at $2,200 to $3,400 per night. Per night.
But who would do that 2 nights in a row?
I guess not.
Like, why the fuck would I do that 2 nights in a row?
They really have it on here, special offers.
So yeah, Kevin's living the life of luxury on his dad's card. Meanwhile, while he asks the limousine driver to take him to like a good toy store. Meanwhile, we see Marv and Harry wandering the streets of New York. They are talking about what they're gonna do. They're talking about how they escaped from jail during a prison riot. And now they are transitioning to the Sticky Bandits instead of the Wet Bandits. But now they have to come up with their next big scheme. And they have decided, well, Harry has decided, that they are going to rob a toy store. Because Harry believes that something about Christmas Eve. They're not going to deposit all of the money until, like, the next day. So, like,
because banks are closed.
Christmas Eve is, like, the best time to, like, rob a toy store. Whatever.
Banks are closed. They have a lot of cash. And no one thinks you're going to... Who thinks you're going to rob a toy store?
Mm-hmm. So this is now their plan. So, oddly enough, the toy store that they plan to rob is the toy store that Kevin is currently on his way to.
Duncan Toy Chest.
So, Kevin arrives at the Duncan's Toy Chest, which is the most magical-looking toy store
It's amazing.
So cute. There's trains and planes and toys and trees and all this fun stuff. And he's like a kid in a candy store. He picks some things up to purchase. Meanwhile, Marv and Harry have also made their way to the toy store. They don't see Kevin. Kevin doesn't see them. But they are just staking out the place, seeing, you know, the lay of the land before they rob the place. So Kevin grabs all the items that he wants to purchase. He goes to the register, and he begins speaking with the cashier at the register. He's an old man, an older guy. And the guy asks him, "Are you here by yourself?" And Kevin's like, "Sir, I'm 10 years old in New York City. Of course I'm not by myself." And he's like, "Oh, okay."
It's like gaslighting.
And then so he's gaslighting him. So then Kevin pulls out like a lot of cash. And then the man's like, "Where did you get all that cash from?" Kevin's like, "I have a lot of grandmothers."
Also,
and he's like, yes, of course, that makes sense.
Kevin can't be the only rich kid walking around the Plaza Hotel by himself.
Yeah. Well, the other ones are walking with their nannies.
You're lying. Okay, sorry.
That's what it is. So, then Kevin is complimenting the cashier. He's like, this is a really nice toy store. This Mr. Duncan guy, he must really, be a great guy to allow all these kids to come in here and, buy these toys. It's not like he's giving the toys away for free, but whatever. And then Mr. Duncan is like, well, the guy at the register is like, yeah, Mr. Duncan, he's a really great guy. He really cares about the kids. He does all of this. He doesn't say he's a great guy. But he says,
he does. I think you're right. He does say he's a great guy. But now that you're repeating it, he sounds like such a narcissist. Because, spoiler alert, he is Mr. Duncan. I just never thought about it. He's like, yeah, Mr. Duncan, he does this great thing every year where he donates money. Yeah. He's like, oh, you think it's great, huh?
He loves the kids. He does it all for the kids. And, all the sales from today, all of the proceeds are going to go to the children's hospital up the street. And Kevin's just like, wow, that is amazing. That is beautiful.
Great work.
And Kevin is like, you know what? I shouldn't be giving this to you, but I'm going to give you this $20 because I'm probably going to spend it on junk food that's going to rot my brain anyway. That's right. And I'm going to give you this $20 to add to the donation for the children's hospital. And Mr. Duncan, the guy at the register, is like, oh my goodness, that is so sweet. That is so kind. To thank you for your generosity. Mm-hmm. I am going to allow you to pick any ornament of your choosing from this tree right next to us. And Kevin's like, oh my God, an ornament for me? And he's like, you betcha, kid. And then so Kevin is like, I'll take these turtle doves. Mr. Duncan's like, great choice. I'll tell you why. Because these 2 turtle doves represent something very important. They represent friendship. So this is what you should do, Kevin. You take one and you keep it for yourself. And then you give the other dove to someone very special and very important to you. Okay. A true friend. And as long as you each have your turtle doves, you will remain friends forever.
Okay.
And Kevin's like, oh, wow, that's beautiful. He said, I know. I came up with it.
He's like, I ate that shit up.
And Kevin's like, well, it was really nice meeting you. Tell Mr. Duncan he has like a really nice place, and I really appreciate what he's doing. And he's like, yeah, sure, cool. On the way out, Kevin sees a portrait of this old guy, and it says Mr. Duncan. It was the guy he was fucking talking to the whole time.
I didn't really notice that, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't notice the portrait.
I peeped it.
Okay.
And then Kevin's like, cool. They look familiar. So Kevin goes on about his way. He exits the store. Meanwhile, Marv and Harry, remember, they were scoping out the scene. They're also leaving the store. Marv and Harry, they was walking up the streets earlier. unbeknownst to both of them and Kevin, that they actually bumped Kevin. And Harry was like, "Oh, that looks like that kid. He looks familiar. But I'm not gonna give it too much thought." Then, as he's leaving the store, he sees the back of Kevin again, and he's like, "I think that's that little motherfucker." And then Kevin turns around, and then Harry looks to Marv, and he's like, "Marv, look who we have here. Look, it's the kid." So they walk up on Kevin. Kevin sees him. He screams in terror. Of course, a little boy screaming as two large men are towering over him would cause a scene. So they can't really, snatch him up. So Kevin then starts to run. They now run after him. Kevin's got to think quick. He's got to think light on his feet. How can he outrun these two fucking buffoons? So he sees this Jamaican immigrant. Immigrants get the job done. Mm-hmm. He's on the street selling his jewels. He's selling pearls and jewelry and blah, 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 blah. Kevin goes up to him. Kevin's got all the cash in the world. He goes up to the Jamaican jeweler and he's like, "Give me all the pearls you got." Jamaican jeweler says, "If it's the pearls you want, it's the pearls I got." He gives him the pearls. Kevin begins running with the pearls. He breaks the pearls, throws them behind them, causing Marv and Harry to slip and fall on their backs, and Kevin is able to get away. Kevin, but not for long though, because eventually they get up. Kevin is running to the plaza, and Marv and Harry are not far behind. He runs. Mr. Hector, Tim Curry, the concierge, is standing outside the door waiting for him. And Kevin's like, "You gotta help me. These two guys are chasing me." He ain't trying to hear none of that shit. He said, "This credit card is stolen, you little turd. And you're going to go to jail. I wonder how the police will like to know that you have a stolen credit card and you're ringing it up." And Kevin said, "I ain't got time for this." Now he got to run from Mr. Hector. And Mr. Hector running after him. He said, "Where are you going?" He's running. He runs into the lobby. Mr. Hector is like, "Stop that boy." Cedric sees Rob Schneider. So he's running after him. The same lady who checked him in is also running after him. And Mr. Hector, the three are trying to stop Kevin. Kevin, luckily, is so tiny and so small, they just can't catch him. He's too small. He's too quick. And he's able to get on the elevator. He gets on the elevator. He goes to his room. Quickly, packs up some snacks, packs up some things. And he said, "I'm over this Christmas vacation. I'm ready to get home." He knows that these three people, Mr. Hector, Cedric the bellhop, and the lady who checked him in, and some security guards, are on his tail. So what does he do? He pulls out Filthy Angels with Even Dirtier Souls, whatever the hell the movie's called, and he puts it on in the background. The mob that is chasing him, they bust into the hotel room. He plays the scene that we just described of Tony talking to his number one gal, his good time gal, and he's like, "Stop!" He tells the group, he's like, "Stop right there. Get on your knees and tell me you love me." They get on their knees, tell them that he loves them. And he's like, "I believe you. You got 3 seconds to get out of here." They hear gunshots and they think this guy is in this hotel room with a gun. And they're ducking for their lives. They make it out in the hallway. They're crawling. They tell all the guests to stay in your room. There's a man in the hotel room who's deranged with a gun. Johnny says, "Merry Christmas, you filthy animal, and a Happy New Year." And Kevin makes his way out of the hotel through the loading dock.
So as he's exiting the loading dock, he runs in unexpectedly the back door. He runs into Harry and Marv, who are perfectly sitting there waiting for him. They say, "Hey, buddy." In his hand, Kevin's got his plane ticket, I guess, to go to Florida still, even though I think they're flying to that. Anyway, they're like, "Oh, you trying to go to Florida? I guess you got the wrong ticket. You're going to hell because they're going to kill you." So as they're walking, Marv, who can't keep his mouth shut, he's automatically.
I love how he's giving them a life update. He's giving Kevin a life update. He's like, "We thought we were down and out after you because we ended up in jail, but we were able to break out. Now we're doing great. We're at the top of the world. We've got this great plan. We're actually gonna rob this toy store. Then we're gonna get some fake passports, head to Cuba." And Kevin's like, "I don't."
Meanwhile, Kevin's recording the whole thing. He's got the tape recorder. He's always on it. We've seen this podcast. He's recording the whole thing. Marv is telling
Kevin's a genius.
Marv is telling the whole story. I didn't notice he was recording. He's recording. Marv is telling the whole story. I think at this point that Marv and Harry are lovers. Because I just don't understand. I just understand why only because I just understand why Harry would hang around with Marv so much. I think he's got a deep affection for him. I don't know. Because why
maybe they're brothers.
No. And I was thinking that, but I think it's got to be something deeper.
Maybe they grew up in the foster system together.
It's a love. It's a deep love because there's no reason why Harry should stick around with Marv. Because Harry would be a great thief. He would have survived everything if it wasn't for Marv. He would be a.
I think they're from the same orphanages.
I don't know, but I think it's a deep love. It's a deep love. I like to say it's a deep gay love, but whatever. I think it's a deep love there. Anyway, Harry tells Marv to shut up, stop talking, stop giving him the plan. And Harry is about business. He said, "Hey kid, we're gonna drown you with the fishes. I got a gun. Don't run." And he points a gun to Kevin, the back of Kevin's body, which is a bit much for a kid's movie. But at this point, they're standing at a street light, and before them is a young lady. And Kevin's like, "How do I get out of this situation?" So he reaches and he squeezes the lady's butt and pretends like he didn't do anything. And the lady turns around and she looks at Marv, a man she saw earlier Googling her. And she's like, "I know it was you, you fucking weirdo." And she smacks him in the face. And then Kevin goes, "It was him." Oh, she punches him. Then Kevin goes, "No, it wasn't him. It was Harry." So the lady punches Harry and Kevin makes it out of this situation. While that's going on, back in Florida, Kevin's parents have been alerted that they found Kevin's credit cards, and they know that he's in New York City. Whatever. They know that he's in New York City. They know that Kevin's in New York City, and he's staying at the Plaza Hotel. They know that they don't have Kevin, unfortunately, but they make plans to go there. They tell everyone to pack their bags. The family says, "Yeah, I don't know why you guys are so fucking excited. I lost my child." Oh, so at this point, Kevin, who earlier found his uncle's address in his dad's address book, because Kevin's uncle lives in New York City.
They live in New York, but those are the same. That's the same uncle that they went to Paris to visit.
So in another scene, Kevin's dad is like, "Do you think you'd be smart enough to go to my brother's place? I know he's in New York City and it's under renovations. Do you think he'd be smart enough to go there?" They're like, "Maybe." So of course that's where Kevin went. He goes, knocks on the door, and he calls for his aunt and uncle. They're not there. We get on the inside of the house and it's like abandoned, so no one's at home at all after this. So at this point, Kevin runs inside of Central Park and he's hiding behind a tree. He sees a pigeon. He starts feeding it, and then creepily, the pigeon lady that I saw earlier pops her head up. But the pigeon lady slowly pops her head up, and he's like, "Oh, this bitch again." He tries to run away.
He's like, "Ah!"
He tries to run away, but his foot is stuck somewhere in the tree branches, and he can't get away. But the pigeon lady grabs his foot, releases him, and at this point, Kevin runs, but he stops. He thinks about what's happened. He goes back to her, and he's like, "I'm sorry for running. What you did back there was really nice. I will say I was a little off-putted by the pigeons and everything, but you seem like a really nice lady. I happen to be here by myself. Can I offer you a cup of cocoa?"
He's like, "Am I bothering you? Am I talking too much?"
He's so
and
sweet.
And she's like, No,
you're fine.
And he's like, "Okay.
Can we go get a cup of cocoa on me?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure." And he's like, "Do you know any places we can go to grab some? I don't really know the city.
I'm not really from around here."
And the nice pigeon lady takes Kevin to the attic of some opera house or theater. And below is some kind of play going on. And the pigeon lady goes on about how she sees all these plays here and she loves to come here often. And I think Kevin asks, "Do you bring your friends here a lot?" She's like, "Well, I don't have any friends." And he's like, "You don't have any friends? That's crazy. Why don't you have any friends?" And she shares how her life fell apart because she's been in love with this man, or her husband, I guess, and they fell out of love and he betrayed her, and it really did a number on her. And now she doesn't have any friends, and she stopped talking to people, and she moved to the Central Park, and now is only friends with pigeons.
The pigeon lady. Because the pigeons can't hurt
Yes. And then Kevin's like, "That's weird that you don't have any friends, because you seem like a cool person. Spit when you talk, you a great conversation. You make great conversation. You should try to get out there, talk to people." And she's like, "I don't want to get my heart broken." He's like, "That's stupid. You already got your heart broken. What's there to lose? Nothing to lose." And Kevin basically encouraged her to trust again. And the pigeon lady tells Kevin a piece of advice that in order to make up, because Kevin, I don't know, he feels bad about his bad deeds that he did, which I don't think he did anything wrong. Besides take a credit card. I mean, I guess he could
maybe running up their credit card. But
and I guess he could have called somebody.
What's the kid to do?
I guess he could have called somebody and said, "Hey guys, I'm in New York City. 911." For whatever, and the kid never calls 911. But he's like, I feel bad for all the bad deeds I did. And the pigeon lady was like, "Hey, you can make up for your bad deeds." And he's like, "I did a lot of bad ones." And she said, "It's Christmas. You could compound the interest on the good deeds during Christmas." He's like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah." And then Kevin's like, "You know what? I gotta go. Thank you for your company. I hope to see you around, but I gotta jet. Let's stay in touch."
They had some good conversation. That scene was really long. I really could not regurgitate everything.
Cute, yeah.
I was like, they were just going on and on and on. It felt like they were talking about everything under the sun. I was like, oh my God.
Sad story. But
they were like talking about the freaking purpose of life.
They were. But after this conversation, I
thought this was really sweet. So he walks past the children's hospital that Duncan was going to donate all that money to.
Yes.
And he sees a sick little boy looking out the window, and Kevin's walking, and the little sick boy waves at Kevin, and Kevin waves back at him, and they're like the same age, and it was so freaking cute.
That was cute.
And then the thought of Marv and Harry robbing Duncan and stealing the money is like playing in his head, and he's like, the last thing you're gonna do is steal from sick kids on Christmas.
Yeah, he says you can mess with a lot of things,
moment,
but you can't mess with kids on Christmas. He says you can mess with a lot of things, but you can't mess with kids on Christmas.
Like, in that moment, he's like, I'm gonna put an end to these motherfuckers. So he's back on his bullshit that he was on in 1990, and he is about to set these mother cluckers up. He is about to ruin their good time. So, before he heads to Duncan, he goes to his uncle and aunt's, Peter's father's brother's house or brownstone in New York that is under construction. And he went there earlier looking for them and they weren't there. So he goes there again. He knows it's under construction and he's going to use this house like he did with his actual house in the first movie. He's going to use this, set up booby traps to, leave Marv and Harry. Render them useless. Is that what I'm for? Render them hurt. So that is what he does. He sets up all kinds of booby traps. He's putting fire. He's putting gasoline in the toilet bowl. He's putting grease on the floor. He's putting tools in the sky. He's drilling holes in the floor. He's doing all this stuff. Meanwhile, Kevin's family has now landed in New York. They're at the Plaza. Cedric, the lady who checked Kevin in, and Tim Curry, Mr. Hector, are all standing at the desk while Kevin's mother and father are like getting the scoop and they're really ripping them a new one.
Which is crazy.
And they're like, you need to tell me you let a little boy check into a hotel unaccompanied without any adult, and you didn't think to call anybody, the police, see who his parents were, etc., etc. And the lady's like, well, ma'am, he had a very convincing story. And then Peter's father is like, what kind of idiots do you have running this hotel? Crazy. Tim Curry, Mr. Hector, says the finest in all of New York. And
it's a crazy thing to tell someone who lost their kids.
And then Kate, the mom, is like, why did you let him leave? And then Mr. Hector is like, well, he started running. And she was like, well, he was probably scared because he's a child. And they offered them a free room for the night. They tell the family they can check in. Meanwhile, Kate is like, I'm going to go out, hit the streets, and I'm going to go look for Kevin. And Peter's like, no, you can't do that. And she's like, I'm his mother. I am going to do that. You stay here with the rest of the family. I'm going to go look for him.
He goes to the police station. I'll say that.
Peter goes to the police.
But the rest of the family offers to do nothing. What are y'all doing here?
Do they ever offer to help? Why do they vacation?
Half of y'all are adults. There's only one kid left. One of us in New York City and this other kid, someone can grab his hand.
They got 14 kids between them. There's a lot of children in the bunch.
But they're not Kevin's age. They're like 13. Y'all can walk the streets of New York City together and find my child.
Right. They're always just like, the kids are tired. Let them sleep.
They're not tired. They haven't done anything. And you only got this hotel because I lost my son. So get your ass out there in the streets.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So, ironically enough, the first place that Kate goes to check for is Peter's brother's home that's under renovation, the brownstone. Unfortunately, she sees that no one's there, and she leaves. Meanwhile, Kevin is at Duncan's place, the toy store, where he sees Marv and Harry in the window, stealing and stashing the cash. He's like, hey guys, over here, yoo-hoo, smile, takes a picture of them. Now he has photographic evidence that they are the robbers. And what does he do now? He takes a brick, and he's like, this is it. There's no going back after this. I'm locking in.
Yeah.
And the brick does have a note attached to it, and he throws the brick through the window, breaking and shattering the glass, which sets the alarm off. So now the police will be notified, etc., etc. Now begins the booby traps. Kevin's already set up his very first booby trap. He puts a little booby trap for Marv and Harry to step on as they run out of the toy store. It's like a seesaw type of thing. Like he puts like a plank of wood, and then he puts like a barrel underneath it. So when like Marv steps on it, one end, Harry launches in the sky like 10 feet, and then he lands on a car on his back. As we mentioned last time, experts have said that all of the antics and the booby traps that they've incurred, they should have serious injuries, if not death. And Harry being launched 15 feet into the air and then landing on a car on his back, he should be, if not paralyzed, his back should be broken, and if not dead.
And at this point, just let the revenge go, because you got the money. Just go home. Just run the other direction.
Right.
Why are y'all trying to kill this kid? But yes,
because he's got the evidence.
I guess so. Oh, he does have evidence. So Kevin lures them back to Kevin's uncle's place, where he has a plethora of booby traps, which I've listed here. Let's go through them. So they arrive downstairs in the street. Kevin's on the roof, and he throws about 3 or 4 bricks, all hitting Marv in the head. That's strike one. He should be dead after that.
If not concussed, dead.
Dead.
If not unconscious,
dead.
Dead.
So Marv then tries to open the front door, but there's another booby trap that every time he pulls on the handle or something, when he pulls on the handle, he gets his butt stapled by a staple gun. Harry goes around back, tries to enter the home via the fire escape, but Kevin has greased the ladder, and he falls and hits his head. Another concussion. Marv then somehow makes it inside the house, but as he makes his first step in, he falls like 3 floors into the basement via the hole in the floor. What kind of renovations are going on in this home? These don't seem like regular renovations. This seems like you should just tear down the house. Like there's no floor.
I guess they were trying to like get rid of a floor. I don't know
what they were trying to do. But then Harry finally makes it inside the house. When he opens the door, a bag of tools falls on his head. Another concussion. Marv, who is now in the basement, he tries to get up and he slips and slides on a floor covered with grease, and he runs into like a shelf of paint, all of which that fall on him. Marv, in a different area of the house, gets electrocuted. Oh no, I'm sorry. Same with Marv. Marv also gets electrocuted. I don't know how he gets electrocuted. He touches something. Kevin turns on something.
He tries to like wash the paint off of his face.
But how does that electrocute?
And then he turns on the sink, and then somehow Kevin has like I don't know how the vaults or the bolts, the jolts, the wires, whatever. How that causes him to get electrocuted, but he's got his hooked up to some sort of mechanism that as soon as his hands touch it, he's electrocuted.
Yes, and there's even one scene where he like goes from Marv to like a skeleton, and somehow he's still alive. Harry enters like the bathroom, and as he enters, his head gets set on fire, and when he tries to put it out in the sink, there's no running water. He sees that the toilet is filled with water. He dunks his head in there. Oops. I think it's filled with like gasoline, and like the house has a little minor explosion. He should be dead. Everyone should be dead after that one. Marv, who's still in the basement, sees a rope, and he's like, okay, I can climb out of the basement. He pulls on the rope. It's attached to a bag full of like, I don't know, some kind of
it's like
powder, like cement. I don't know what happens in construction, but it falls on top of his head, and he's covered in white dust, and that should have gave him another concussion. But Marv eventually is able to like stack some things
Marv
up.
is getting it the worst.
As he should.
Harry ain't getting touched as nearly as much as Marv.
Yeah, Marv is getting 2 times. So Marv like stacks things on top of each other, and he's able to climb out of the basement. At this point, he finally makes it to wherever Harry is, and they both see Kevin go up a ladder. Kevin like taunts him and says, "Hey, you big idiots, come get me." But Marv is still trying to climb up, but Harry's fully on this floor. So he sees Kevin. He runs up this ladder, but Kevin has like cut like a slit in it that's only strong enough to hold a child's body weight. So when Harry runs up it, the ladder splits in half and Harry falls. Another concussion. Harry and Marv then go up a flight of stairs. But at this point, they're on to him. They're like, you remember what happened last time? In the last movie, Kevin breaks some...
He attaches the cans of paint to the staircase railing.
Yes.
And as they're walking up the stairs, he pulls it back and it swings and hits them in the face.
Yes. So
he tries that again.
And then Marv and Harry are onto him. So they're like, nope, this is not going to happen. So when Kevin pushes it, they're like, they make it like a fake, like, oh, you got me. And then Kevin pushes another one. They're like, oh, no, you got me again. And then at this point, Kevin...
They think that's it. They're like, oh, 1, 2, that's it. He ain't got no more.
And then Kevin pushes some kind of like long, I don't even know what it is, like some long metal
it's like
tube.
An iron bar.
Yes. And he pushes that, and that sends them from, they might have been on the 3rd floor all the way back to the basement. They fall through the floors, and they're back where Marv started. But at this point, Marv and Harry made it out of the basement by stacking things up once again. And they see Kevin has gone up another flight of stairs, a different flight of stairs. So they follow Kevin up this flight of stairs. They try to open the door, but they're unable to open it. As they pull on the doorknob, Kevin has rigged at the top of the staircase a full tool chest. So whenever Marv and Harry pull on it, the tool chest is slowly coming down. They're leaning on the door. They're like, you know, what is that sound? What am I hearing? Unbeknownst to them, it is the tool chest, and it comes smashing through the door, sitting them, like hits them in the face, sends them to like the other side of the door. They're just seeing where their noses get like broken, but obviously not broken because no, this is real. But at this point, Kevin finally makes it to the roof, and so does Marv and Harry. Kevin has shimmied down this rope onto the street, and he sees Marv and Harry finally on the roof. And he's like, come and get me, you big idiots. Marv tries to throw a brick at Kevin, but misses it. At this point, Harry and Marv, they're like, okay, let's go down this rope. We're going. So they start to climb down. Marv is like, I smell something. Harry's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then Kevin sets the rope on fire. It's covered in some type of flammable substance. And the rope is set on fire. Harry and Marv go falling to their, not death, but to their pain. They land on the ground. And you think it's the last bit of thing, but whatever Kevin's got on the roof, it all kind of paint and like gas and like oils falls on top of them. And somehow they still survive this. But this is the last of their pranks. Kevin finds like a payphone. He calls the police and he says, hey, I have the people who broke into Duncan's toy chest. They're going to Central Park and they're going to be at here and here. Look for the fireworks. And then he leads Harry and Marv to Central Park.
Well, he was doing good at first. Like, he was outrunning them. Then he slips and falls. Yes. Like, he had the upper hand. Then he slips and falls on his back. And then now they've kind of like snatched him up. So they lead him into the park. And just when they're in Central Park, it's night, it's dark time. So Harry's like, this is it. The moment I've been waiting for. He pulls out his gun.
It's crazy.
Pointed at Kevin.
He was going to kill that kid.
He's like, he tells Kevin, he said, you know what, kid? I've never made it to the 6th grade. And it looks like you're not either. And I think like some pigeons start like flying around or something. And Marv is like, Harry. And Harry's like, shut up. I'm gonna enjoy this. And then Marv's like, Harry. But like, look. And he's like, shut the fuck up. And Harry's like, be quiet. And Marv's like, we gotta get out of here. And he's like, no. I've been waiting all my life for this. And then the pigeon lady comes and she like sends like a flock of pigeons on them.
She throws pigeon feed on seeds, and they're like covered in like this oil, the sticky stuff, so it kind of just sticks on them. And then her gang of pigeons just attack them. It's disgusting because pigeons are like rats with wings. Sorry to the pigeons community, but they
especially New York pigeons. Could you imagine?
But yes,
they're covered in disease.
They are, but yes, they are covered. So,
but there is free healthcare where they're going. So,
nice one. So Marv and Harry are covered in pigeons. Kevin has gone away, and he sets the fireworks like 5 feet away from them to alert the police. And he tells the pigeon lady, "Thanks. You rock my socks." I think earlier he said, "I'm never going to forget you too." Sorry, that comes back to play there. Anyway, him and this pigeon lady, they're on the same page. They got a bond. And then Kevin takes off. The police are coming in.
She's like, "Run, Kevin, run."
Right. The police are coming in. Kevin's leaving. He does not like the police. The man does not like the police.
He don't want to deal with them.
He does not want to deal with them. So back at the toy store, Mr. Duncan has arrived to the broken windows and the
scene of the crime.
Scene of the crime. And the police say, "Hey, we found this brick. We found this note. The note is from Kevin, and in it he says, 'Hey, sorry about the window. I did it to stop the burglars. If you need there's some cash attached here. If you need some more cash, let me know and I'll get back to you.'"
And he tells him, "Thanks for the turtle doves, Kevin McCallister."
Kevin McCallister. Shout out to him.
Meanwhile, Kate, she's looking all over New York. She's running up and down the streets, going up to bums and strangers and people. And she's like, "Have you seen my son, Kevin? It's New York, so people are rude. They're ignoring her." Then she runs into this cop in his patrol car, and she asks him, like, "Hey, have you seen my son?" And he's like, "Did you report it to the police? Your missing son?" And she's like, "Yes, of course I did." And he was like, "Well, trust that we're handling it. We'll find him."
As
and
do.
She's like, she turns to him and she's like, "Do you have kids?" And he's like, "Well, yes, I do." And she's like, "What would you be doing if your child was lost in the streets of New York?" And he was like, "I'd probably be doing exactly what you're doing." And she's like, "Okay, exactly, thank you." But he's like, "This is a needle in a haystack you're going against." But then he tells her, "Okay, like, think about what your son would do. Put yourself in his shoes. How would he operate?" And she was like, "Girl, if this was me, I would be a nervous wreck. But not Kevin. Not my sweet Kevin. He's so brave. He's so tough. He's so amazing. But at the end of the day, he's still 10, so I'm concerned." Cop's like, "Okay, where do you think he'd be?" And she's like, "Shit, I don't know. It's Christmas. He could be anywhere."
You know what? That nigga
I don't know. But you know what?
He loves a Christmas.
I know exactly where he is. The Christmas tree. He loves Christmas trees. I need to go to Rockefeller Center right now. And he's like, "Get in." She gets in.
So weird.
They pull up at 30 Rock Plaza. And Kevin is standing in front of the 30 Rock Christmas tree that is lit up all beautiful and nice. And he is talking to the Christmas tree as if the Christmas tree is God. And is saying, "Please bring back my family. I miss them. Even if you can't bring back my family, please let me see my mom. Even if it's for 5 minutes." He thinks he's like never gonna see her again. Like, all he has to do is go to a police station.
That's the best part.
Or go to a regular looking adult. Like, just be like, "Hi, I'm a lost child."
I think it's hilarious that he's like, "I guess I'm gonna have to live on the streets of New York."
Right, he's like, "I'll have to live this life forever." He can stop like burglars, but he can't deduce that all he has to do is go to the police station. Walk into
any business and say, "Hey, as you can tell, I'm a white kid. Call my mom.
And I'm lost. Call the police. Yeah, I'm important.
Send the FBI. I need help."
Send the FBI. I'm on milk carton.
Right.
So he tells the tree, he's like, "Even if it's just 2 minutes, please let me see my mommy." And then here comes Kate, and she's like, "Kevin." And Kevin's like, "Wow, that was fast." They run to each other. They embrace.
They apologize to each other. They say, "I'm sorry for what I said. I'm sorry for what I said." And they reconcile. And they bond. And this better be the last time she played in this kid face. But last time she was...
Because we don't have a Home Alone 3 starring Kevin.
And you know what? At first I was like, why do they got a Home Alone 3? But you can only lose a child so many times.
They do have a Home Alone.
I know, but not
with him.
Yeah, not with him.
I did read that they were trying to make a third one with him as a teenager. But he was retired from acting at that
point. Oh, he was? As a teenager, can I get lost? If he wasn't getting lost at 10. He was just going on an adventure at this point.
Right, at that point.
And I feel like you just can only lose it. I mean, I guess they could have made it work, but I feel like you can only lose a kid so many times before it's like, guys, come on.
Yeah, before it gets old.
Strap this nigga down to the bed because he can't go on.
This is getting ridiculous.
Yes, but Kevin goes home to his family. The next morning is Christmas Day. They wake up. They have like a 2-floor
They wake up in the Plaza Hotel.
In a 2-floor suite.
In a suite.
It's got to be the president's suite. With stairs. For whatever reason, all 10 of the kids are sleeping in one room, which I think is so cute though. They're like all... just like all by each other. They're all sleeping. And I think it's so cute that there's, cousins.
I thought that was like really ridiculous. I was like, why are they all on top of each other when they're in a 2-floor suite?
There's a king-size bed and the smallest child is sleeping in it. And then like half of them are on
and
a pull-out bed on a couch.
The pissy one. What's his name? What's that little boy name? Fuller. He got the bed to himself.
Right,
I guess because he pisses the bed.
Yes, that's true. He wakes up and he's like, "Oh my God, guys, it's Christmas." And Kevin says, "Hey, kid, I wouldn't expect much." We're like
he tells Fuller, he's like, "A lot's going on. Yeah. Like we're supposed to have Christmas in Miami. Yeah, now we're in New York. Like I would not expect any type of shit." And Fuller's like, "Are you crazy? It's Christmas. This is the magic that it brings." So Fuller runs to the Christmas tree. And the Christmas tree is loaded, filled, stacked with presents upon presents upon presents upon presents. You get a present, you get a present, you get a present, you get a present. Of course, they're all like, where'd all these presents come from? Even the parents are like, what the fuck? And they came from no other. The one, the only, Mr. Duncan. He somehow, some way, because he's supposed to be like Santa Claus in this movie, got all them presents under the Christmas tree when they were sleeping, I guess.
No, it's crazy that he knew where he was staying. How you know where he was at?
Right. And he filled up their Christmas tree. That was so sweet. I love how Fuller was like, are you crazy? Santa Claus is omnipresent. Like, that's a big ass word for you.
That's a big word for him. Yeah. But he's not lying because, like, obviously Santa would know everything about everyone.
It's a Christmas miracle. And then everyone is like, yo, like, how did all these presents get here? Like, it was Mr. Duncan. And then Kevin's older brother, Buzz, is like, you know what? I have something to say. Because Kevin caused all of this and is the reason why we have to go through this ridiculous mess, he's also the reason why we got all these awesome, wonderful presents underneath the Christmas tree and why we're in this sick-ass hotel suite. So I think he should have the honors of opening the first present.
Shut up, you fucking loser. I can't stand him.
I can be like, okay, whatever. And Kevin's like, thanks, Buzz. Right. I get to open the first present. It's not that big of an honor.
These are all my presents, actually. And honestly, these presents aren't for everyone. Because these is from a toy store, and only half of these are going to work for us.
Right. This is a gamble.
This is a gamble. Because there's 18 crayon boxes in here, and I'm 45. Like, I'm a dad. Right. Like, where's my present?
Right, there's a dollhouse, and I wanted G.I. Joe.
Right. But yes, the family's happy. They're opening gifts. And at this point, Kevin's like, you know what? There's someone I need to see today. So he sneaks out. We see him running back to the area that he saw Pigeon Lady, the first day in New York City. And he goes up to her, and he gives her one of the turtle doves, and he says, hey, because she got trust issues. She thinks that if she meets someone, they're going to abandon her tomorrow. So Kevin does the nice thing of giving her the opposite turtle dove, or one of the other turtle doves that he has. And he says, hey, this is a token of our friendship. Because I'm giving you this turtle dove. We will never forget each other. And I'm never going to forget you. We might not talk, but I'm never going to forget you. And that part almost made me cry because that was sweet. And she goes, oh, Kevin. The lady beat says, I think she's going to get her shit together after this. I think she's going to leave Central Park, leave the pigeons behind, and find her a man. What did this man do?
He says, he's like, I'll never forget you.
That part got me.
It's so sad because he'll never see her again.
Never see her again, but he's never going to stop thinking about her. And she's never going to stop thinking about him.
He literally will never forget her.
He's gonna be like, and I will always remember that lady in Central Park that saved my life. And she's gonna be like, I'm always gonna think about the little boy who saved my life. You know?
Right. They saved each other's lives.
They saved each other's life. And it's really sweet. Back in the hotel suite, Buzz gets a knock on the door, and it's Cedric, the
Rob Schneider.
And he's like, "This is the bill for the McCallister family," and he gives them this tiny book of paper, and Buzz opens it, and at the very bottom he sees a total of $967 for room service. And while Kevin,
$2,000.
It's like $2,000
adjusted for
inflation.
And
Kevin's dad hears this, and he screams so loud from his hotel room that Kevin hears it from across the street in Central Park. He's like, "Kevin, you spent $967 on room service," and Kevin can hear it because the dad's got full, dad madness, and Kevin runs back to deal
what the fuck is dad madness?
that scream.
You just made up the word dad madness.
Because Kevin, he acts like he can hear it in Central Park. He's got the full strength of whatever dad is admitted that's going to pay $2,000 for a room bill. And Kevin,
I feel like you mix magnitude and madness.
Madness? What did I say? Dad?
You said dad Magnus.
Oh, I said madness? Oh, I thought I said madness. Magnus?
No, you said Magnus. I thought you was... It sounded like you were combining madness and magnitude.
I meant to say madness. But yes, Kevin can hear this scream from across the street, across the park, and he runs back. And he's like, "Yes, I gotta go deal with it." Because $2,000 on room service is crazy. Also,
at first when I saw it, I was like, $900 is literally nothing. I was like, y'all are staying in this room for free, big whoop. But then I was like, oh wait, inflation. And then I Googled it. I was like, $2,000.
They are staying in it for free. There is something. Because it's just like you don't...
I would have asked to have that shit comp. I said, y'all need a comp after this. Half of this, at least.
And as Mr. Hector, I just said, hell no. Not the way he berated me. Maybe he was nice upon arrival, but no. I'm not comping, not a damn thing. Also, fuck you and your kid. Also, I'm confused about your money thing. Because you flew everyone to Florida. You flew them black from Florida to New York City. You got this
exactly. That's why he ain't got $2,000 for room service. He done spent all his money. He ain't got no more.
And you know what? You know who's doing it right? Their brother, who lives in Paris. He's like, I absolutely never want to see them. Right. They didn't even show him in Paris. Was he in Paris? I don't know. They act like he was in Paris, but I never saw him.
He was in Paris in the first movie. That was them in the back. That was hanging up the Christmas tree. They was putting up the ornaments on the Christmas tree.
They called his bluff. He was like, "Y'all can just come to Paris." And we're like, "Yeah, we're gonna come." He's like, "Fuck."
Well, he paid for it. He the one who paid for them to go to Paris.
Oh, he paid for them to go to Paris. I thought the dad always paid for them to go to Paris.
That's a common misconception. The brother paid for them to go to Paris. And that's why...
He's a rich one.
There's a huge difference between the first movie of them going to Paris and the second movie that ends up in a motel in Miami. Because it's not the same credit card as being swiped here.
Oh, so who's the cheapskate now? Is it both the
cheapskate now?
That's why you got to split stuff. Nice. But why would he book that? We had this big ass...
I don't think he knew it was a shithole.
He had. I think that's...
I think it was one of those situations where, like, this is not what it looked like on the website.
I don't know. I'd have been like...
I feel like that was an easy thing back in the 90s.
I feel like as a wife, I'd be like, this hotel room is $50 a night. He's like, "Yeah, what a deal, huh?" And I'm like, well, no. There's something wrong here. Wait, $10 a night. He's like, well, I think that's a no. He's like, no, this is great. And God bless them. Well, this movie will come out.
God bless sweet baby angel Kevin.
Mid-Christmas.
Huh?
So this episode will come out mid-Christmas, mid-Christmas season. That is. So have a ho holidays, everyone.
Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year.
Spend time with your family.
Don't forget to like, rate, subscribe, and tell your friends to listen. All right, well, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun.
Yeah, bye guys. Go hold your family members and kiss them.
Happy holidays. We'll be an Ebenezer Scrooge like Jordan.
Yes, always. But go be a Grinch. Go piss someone off today. Adios.
Bye.